One thing that I've noticed with my training over the years with Olympic weightlifting or with weightlifting is that my back squat drives a lot of my positive training in my other lifts. So if I'm doing really good reps and heavy weights with back squats, it tends to make my snatches and clean and jerks and everything go up. It's a good kind of indicator of how strong I am at that current moment. And in this workout, I was very happy. I was able to get to 202 kilos for a set of 5, and it was a pretty hard set of 5, but I was probably, if it wasn't my PR set of 5, it definitely was close to it, and I was really happy that I was able to do sets of 5 working my way up. I don't know if this will continue week to week. I plan to kind of do this volume-ish block for probably 3 or 4 weeks, and then kind of peak in the last week, essentially just lower the volume, or probably keep the intensity up and lower the volume. I haven't really decided that yet. I just know that I want to get back to just doing a lot more squat reps, because that tends to be when I have my best training, is when I'm at the highest volume state, and not at a crazy high volume state where I'm doing like 10 sets of 10 or anything like that, but kind of these sets of 5, and it's not a magical number, but what is allowed, or what I am able to do when I'm doing a set like this, is to really work hard with a heavy weight, but also to still get reps in. So even if I would say fail at the 5th rep, and I think this was my last one, it was really hard, and I almost actually felt like I was going to fail. But if I do fail that, then I did 4 previous reps prior to that, so I'm still getting in a lot of volume. And what I like to do a lot when I'm in this kind of training is not to do straight sets of the same weight for multiple sets, but to just do a lot of drop sets, or to at least do some, and to really accumulate the volume on the sets up and on the sets down. So I might do like the one top set, like you saw, the 202 kilos, and then just drop down and do rep sets at the bottom, and maybe throw in a pause like I have right there, and just get in a lot of volume, because with the lower weights, I'm able to maintain my technique a lot better, and able to really work on the muscles that I want to get stronger, aka my quads. And I'm doing really heavy reps. It tends to be that my body will compensate, use my back more or whatever, and to do that. Another thing that I want to do, one of the things I have planned is a lot of variations. That's always kind of the thing, but some deficit work, which I wasn't really planning on doing deficit snatches themselves, and I wasn't really planning on doing a lot of them, so you'll see that goes pretty quick with the amount of work that I have with them. But I wanted to do them because I was going to do some deficit snatch pulls, and I figured why not do some light snatches to kind of prep myself for doing these. But I did some of these, and I have 2 of these stall mats under my feet, and you see it's kind of weird for me to drop it. It's just because of the width of the mats. They're almost exactly where the plates would drop. There's a little bit of space, but you kind of have to be precise where you drop it. And with these, I just got up to 80 kilos, so it wasn't anything too impressive. And you see me kind of hit the side of the mat there, and it bounced way off to the side. But these felt pretty easy, and I originally was going to use straps for them, but decided I was just going to use regular hook grip and just continue to work on the hook grip just to get the good feel for it. And after that, went some push presses, which is another good driver. Back squats and really push presses are really good indicators of where I am with my training. But this will be kind of the day 1 of the week, and this is similar to a lot of Catalyst athletic programs that I've done in the past, where there's back squat reps and some push press reps, and really just a lot of good strength work. And these are good for technical work in the jerk as well, not just for the strength of the shoulders. But I was having some issues with my wrist with these, and you see me kind of shake it out there, and it wasn't the exercise itself, it was just that flexion. It wasn't, the barbell just wasn't in a good spot in my hand, I guess, and I was just hyperextending at the top. It felt really uncomfortable, so I threw on my wraps for this one, and that's something I have to be mindful of, and something that every time that I have wrist pain when I do push presses and stuff, I always remember why I don't like doing them. And it's because of that reason. They kind of wear and tear on my wrist, and not in a way that's like extremely painful, but it's just like that extreme flexion that you see like right now that my hands are in. It becomes strenuous when it's at the top, if the bar is not in a very good position with my hands kind of stacked more properly. So it's something I just have to be aware of, especially on reps. If I do singles like I did with 100 kilos and then this 110 kilos, it doesn't bother me at all. But it's when I'm re-racking, I think it just is that constant flexion. That's one of the reasons why I don't like doing a lot of front squat reps. I kind of have that same issue to where it just becomes not comfortable. That push presses were the last strength exercise I did, or at least the overhead strength one. And I ended with some pulls, and pulls always go well. I was only planning going to that 131 kilos and doing some reps, but my roommates were waiting for me to get done, so I figured I'd go a little bit heavier and just do like one top set, which honestly for pulls is usually good enough for me. And so this one is a very difficult set of 3, and it was more so because of the mats down that made it hard to get it going. The weight itself wasn't actually too bad, but that one I got pulled forward a lot, so I was on my toes. And on this last one, it went all right. It just went slow, but it is what it is. But I was trying to get back in the strength work. Had a really productive day, and hopefully I keep having those. But that's it for this one. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace.